So you've been composting all year and now you're wondering, is it ready to harvest? Hi, my name is Rick Carr. I'm the farm director at Rodale Institute and I'm joined here with my wife Jamie. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to know when your compost is ready. There's a few different ways to know when your compost is finished and ready for use. One of the easier ways is just to look at it and can you recognize any of the starting materials? Jamie, what's another way that you know when your compost is finished?
So when you pick it up, you can examine it and it should be somewhat dry and crumbly, and then when you think of the smell, it should smell nice like the earth and no foul odors. Also, with my bin here, compost doesn't discriminate. It will allow weeds to grow. So when you start seeing weeds growing out of it, that's another indication it's ready for use. Harvesting is a pretty simple procedure. Really all we're gonna do is undo the twisty ties that we have here, open up the welded wire bin, and you can begin using the material right away. So now we have the welded wire peeled away and we could see all the sides of the pile here. Stuff on the top is definitely the oldest because it came from the bottom of our active bin. So the stuff on the bottom is the youngest, but it's still finished, except what we see here is some of that initial lasagna layering that I did just to make sure that I didn't have any odor problems when I was turning the material. So a simple thing we can do right now is just peel this away and reuse this in our active bin. So what I like to do every year when I'm harvesting my compost is screen it. It's not required, but when you're working in your garden, you're using the material, it's a lot more easier to handle and it looks much better. And so you're going to be removing a lot of the big bulky items, the woody material that hasn't broken down yet, needs more time. I have here a 1/2-inch screen. And there's a lot of different types of screens. This is a side-by-side screen. A lot of different types of screens out there that you can use that are also equally effective. So we screened our compost here and it's finished. It's a lot easier to handle, feels good, looks good. How's it feel to you? It has some moisture content, but not dripping wet or anything, and you can squeeze it and it'll kind of ball up and it smells good.
Yeah, a good way to do a moisture test, your at home, your hand test, is you get a handful of compost, squeeze it in your hand, and does any moisture come out of your knuckles? You want to see some, but you don't want drops. And it's about 50% moisture. And also you could hear it. Does it sound like a sponge when you're squeezing it? And that's what it does, but it also breaks up.
Thank you for watching our video on harvesting compost.
And please be sure to check out Rodale Institute's other videos in our series of backyard composting.